he went straight in and made a 2-point shot. So it's not as if it made that much of an impact on him. What I'm interested in this game here, Dan, is, you know, these two teams both probably expect to meet up again later in the semi-finals or even the medal matches. So how much do you want to show of your ability, and how much of a statement you want to make in a group game where there's not much riding on it? I think England want to just keep plowing on. That's their strength. This is what we do. They want to blow everybody away. Australia, well, we're going to see their nuanced game against the power of England.
Well, it's underway.
And straight away, England with their one-on-one game going to the basket. And Henry with the block shot of Jesse Wagstaff. Wagstaff looks at the referee and saying, surely that's a foul. He smiles ironically. Foul call on the weak side. Johnson tangling up with Anderson.
Hessen, who's finished the games off so well for England. The Birmingham boy gets in close, puts it down for 2-0.
Oh, Henry missing the 2-point shot. Role reversal there from England's perspective. Henry shooting the 2. Hessen with the offensive rebound and finish. Referee calling England for pursuing the basketball without letting the pass come outside the semi-circle under the basket after the score.
Wagstaff misses. Right. Chases all. Jackman.
Don't read up in too much to that. Shot goes from Wagstaff. Anderson. Look, it's just block out on the weak side, and then the whistle stopped. And Anderson, just momentum taking him off. Nothing really going on there.
But the two players afterwards had a good old laugh about it, to be fair to them.
Again, this is the whole point 3 extra. When the ball is live, I hate you. As soon as the whistle blows, it's over.
Hessen. Oh, the ball just
great help
stolen
defense,
away.
though. Johnson coming down. If you've got two teams, if you've got a team like England who play above the rim, Dan, the way to stop them is not to let them get the ball above the rim. And you see there, when Hessen brought the ball in the paint at his waist, the Australian hands were in there. They're not going to be able to contest them above the rim, so they're not going to let them get the shot off. Right, that's a great finish. Now this is, Tom Wright is a weapon that England do not have. He's a pure point guard. And so he can get going. That's the question. The one question mark about this England team, what do they do against the team
Johnson's had the
that's
foul
got a guard
to
get some scores? Now the problem that Australia got against that is because of England's size, they've got to have a war on the backboards. And that time Johnson trying to battle. There's the beautiful move from Tom Wright. And the thing is with smaller players, I don't think it's intentional bias, but they tend to get more calls in their favour. So if you're England, you want to get the ball to the basket. 3-second call. Oh, the offensive foul has been called there. And they called an offensive foul on England. I didn't quite see where that was. Maybe it was off the ball, maybe it was Jackman. It's Anderson who's got the ironic smile.
It was Anderson. It was the pick and roll, and he just...
Well, I didn't really see where the set the roll. There wasn't that much contact on it, but he gets the steal, gets it back.
Jackman sets himself. Does he get it? Not quite. Johnson puts it away. Jackman comes back in and tries to put it down because Johnson's delivery, as he tried to set the pass out, wasn't good enough. Wagstaff.
Well, one thing we can say so far with confidence, Dan, is that this, for both of these teams, is proving the biggest challenge they've had so far. And I will say this as well, both teams want this win. Forget anything I said about strategic losses and hiding nothing. These two teams are hungry. This is a statement. We know they played a sort of friendly warm-up tournament last week. England won all of those games, and Australia are just probably saying, well, look, this is for real. Let's see what we've got. And this one is tight. There's going to be no 21-point blowout. Well, of course, I could be wrong, but we're under the lights. England going to have to go to more than just the alley-oop game.
Hessen drove through right well there. puts it away. Wright thought about the two, comes right back, and Hessen just gets an important touch. 3-2 England.
And that finish from Hessen is really important. Wright does not have any ability to stop any of the England players off the drive. There, Hessen, all Wright could do was just try and get in front of him. He's too late, hasn't got the length, can't even contest the shot.
Wagstaff nonchalantly to Johnson, who's at the top of a lot of the statistics tables in this competition. Hessen trips as he goes through.
Get back to Dan Johnson as the point. You know, he is the most efficient scorer we've seen in the tournament so far this week. He's leading in so many scoring categories, but teams just can't even compete with him. But what England have is the ability to defend him inside and outside. Everybody else can either take one part of the game away from him. Great three-point shooter and great penetration.
Jackman puts it up, misses. Johnson takes it down. There's a Johnson at the top of 4 of the statistical tables, although only 3 of them are Dan Johnson. The other one's Alex of Canada in the men's side of the running threat sheet. Round the back from Wagstaff. The shot can't back it up.
Hessen caught for the foul there. And the thing, in both the first 2 games England have played, they dominated the backboards. See a little bit of whirling dervish with the behind the back pass. Jesse Wagstaff showing his mercurial skills.
And he slots the one from the line to tie it up at 3s. Jackman tries to bounce past the ball through. Johnson closed the gap on him.
Well, blame the wind.
Good touch, Jackman.
England not able to hit. Well, neither side have made a 2-point shot, but England, all their offense is attacking the basket. Australia is sagging back in, and they're saying, you want to beat us, you're going to have to make some jump shots. How do they adjust now? This is the question. What does England have in terms of plan B?
Well, it is 3 apiece. England 3 fouls, Australia 4 fouls. 6:52. These are the 2 top teams in Pool B. The Asia Cup winners of 2022, Australia. A 5-0 record there. New Zealand was second, China third in that event, but England, as Martin alluded to earlier, actually beat Australia in the run-up to these games, albeit in a friendly competition here in Birmingham.
And both these teams, neither one of these teams are accustomed to this style of play in this competition. They're both averaging 21 points a game, but you can't get any better than that. They're playing near perfection offensively.
Wright was all laughing and joking.
Or rather, shot clock violation. That was to say, Tom Wright, he's got the quickness to get around the players, but he can't get the shot over them.
But he engaged Jamal Anderson there in a laugh and a joke, and Anderson responded, and immediately Wright danced away from him. It comes right now, rejects it.
Just 3 off the shot clock. England will get it back with 9 to go. See Australia's defense, and the longer it takes for England to make a 2-point shot, the more that Australia are going to sag to the basket.
This will be a 1-pointer if it goes. It's a long 1-pointer. Kane Henry, very good from him. Jackman! Oh! I thought that was going. Henry comes back and gets it in for 1. Immediately Wright comes through, pops it. Johnson breathes out and misses.
The pace of the game now suits England. This is what they want to go. Wow, the pace. And you see Australia having to pause, take a breath now. They can't compete with England athletically. And in trying to do that, the pace of the game picked up, and straight away England said, oh yeah, let's go. Kane Henry, fantastic offensive rebound. And the ball whizzes around, does everything but go in. But when they find Henry the next time, no mistake. And Jamal Anderson does what he does best, got more slam dunks than anybody else in this competition.
5-4 the score. 2 makes it 7-4.
Hessen, we know, is the danger man from 2 for England, and he opens up the lid on the 2-point shooting.
Henry rejects it.
Nice
Wright
play,
spins round the back and finds the point for 7-5. This is frenetic. This is such high quality 3x3 at the moment. And then the boot of Henry didn't want the ball.
Yeah, Henry straight away gets a substitution. Kane Henry the youngest player on this England team, and he's probably the player who's got the most upside. He's just finished his college career. He's going to go and play professionally in Germany next season, but he's still learning his tools. You see Miles Hessen talking to his teammates, just calm down, let the game come to us. You know, we are in control, we've got the lead. The referee is just going to go and review something here. You see Hessen taking the leadership role with his teammates. Deciding who the ball's gone off court. So gone off the foot of Henry. Henry wanted to foul.
Check
ball goes to Australia.
To right. Hessen gets the rebound off the shot from right. Jackman. Whistle goes.
Yeah, the foul on Wagstaff grabbing a hold of Anderson. Problem that you're going to have if you're Australia is you can't, to compete with the athleticism of it, you've got to keep them outside the lane. But if they're on a dead sprint, no way you can stop them.
If you're tuning in, defensive foul called for the first time. Just to give you a quick update on everything about 3x3. Teams of three play each other. 10-minute matches, 12-second shot clocks, essentially half a court. It is fast, it's furious, and this is the two best teams in Group B in the men's 3x3 at the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games.
Pick and roll offense, not really effective against England because they switch everything. So you're not going to really get a mismatch or anything of that nature. Wow, look at Henry.
Henry did well.
Just doesn't matter if he's not scoring. He is just an absolute monster. Wow.
That was a flanker in rugby, not a basketball player on the ground.
I'm sure the referee
from Wagstaff.
When he goes down, the referee, I'm sure he said, "What form?"
Yeah.
I tell you what I like about Kane Henry. You see, his athleticism is above anybody else in this competition. Now the thing is, he's got to translate that to the skills of experience. And once he does, he has got a bright future for him in whatever format of the game he undertakes.
Time called. A chance for the two teams.
We got 5 fouls too. Listen up. We got 5 fouls too, okay?
Their breath and the fouls, the focus of the England team talk.
Well, Hessen just saying to his team, they said, look, we both got 5 fouls. Let's get that 6. So then we can start working on free throws. Although, the other thing they'll pick up, the wind is picked up again. It's a strong right to left across the court as we look at it.
Significantly cooler this evening as well. The temperature really has dropped.
Yeah, but the players,
they won't mind. It's just how it's changed.
You fussy old devil. You should have worn your chunky slippers, I told you.
I forgot them. 7-5, 4:37 left in the game to decide who takes first and drops their place automatically into the semi-final. Second and third in the running game has to go through a quarter-final, a crossover essentially, to make it into the semis. Offensive foul called.
Yeah, that time Dan Johnson just not quite got his feet set. It's the high pick, you feed the high post and then you cut off them. You've got to be holding still.
I'll tell you what, Anderson and Johnson were locked in battle there.
I'll tell you, Hessen and Wagstaff were as well. Jesse Wagstaff, that's a sweet turnaround. But again, the intimidation, defense of Henry.
Henry drives left-hand side, finds Hessen, misses, but the whistle on the play.
Spectacular. Henry, I tell you, the new kid, he's used to going to the basket like that and finishing with a slam dunk. Now he's got the savviness to make that little pass underneath. And the other thing I'll say about Australia, throughout the first 2 games, they've been shooting over the opposition. Defense not able to contest with them. This England team, they're right up there in their faces. And remarkably, first free throw of the game. Well, no, sorry. Australia have shot 1 free throw. Only 2 free throws, as physical as this has been.
Sneaks that one for 8-5 now.
But now look at the foul count. Australia have made 7. That could count for something down the stretch if it's close.
A pick goes from Johnson, finds it, 8-6. It's blink and you miss it, basketball in 3x3. Jackman, if this goes, that's huge! The M1 coming, and it's OJ, Orland Jackman. That's why we're here, that's why we're here, he says.
That is the point. That was a line that we've heard so many times from Australia, and this is the advantage. Orland Jackman has got the strength and the length over Tom Wright. So we're going to hear what's going on this time out. Listen to what the England team saying to each other.
Smoke, man! Smoke! Let's go! No smoke with us! No one no smoke with us!
1, 2, 3.
How this game can to and fro. 3:54 left in the game. England 9, Australia 6. Australia have 8 fouls, so that means England go to the line for 2 every time Australia make a foul. Momentum has just switched to England slightly.
Well, England have got just 1 foul to give. They've committed 5 themselves. If they could get to the final minute or so without committing another foul, that will be a huge benefit.
It's discipline.
It's a long way to go for Australia as well. 8 fouls with 4 minutes left. They get to 10, it's 2 fouls, 2 free throws and possession. All the chips are in front of England right now. They're on top.
Make that 11-6. Make it a 5-point ball game. Wright falls. Anderson's hurt himself, but he's okay. Johnson tries through Hessen. Hessen, great pressure. Johnson tries again. And just a fingernail puts it in from the top. And Johnson.
The quality of Johnson there saw him home.
Jackman, glass, squeaks it.
Well, the excitement raised in this stadium. Australia, perfect so far in this competition.
Johnson's hurt.
On track to suffer second defeat of the night. The wheelchair men's team going down against Northern Ireland. Trying to see where Johnson just, that's veteran hobble. Beautiful finish from Jackman. You saw the excitement here when Northern Ireland beat Australia. The crowd was like we were in Belfast. Right now, there's no question we're in England. The home crowd can sense what will be a fantastic victory. Now we've got to see how England want to play. Do they want to go and punish?
Hessen, glass. England here. And not feeling the pressure. But the response of Australia from Dan Johnson.
This is the learning process for England. They cannot.
Tom Wright is hurt.
Well, they caught offensive foul. The referee at first was calling nothing, but then Tom Wright, he's caught an elbow to the throat. It was incidental. Jamal Anderson is just telling his team to calm down, don't get involved in this. A quick catch and shoot from Johnson. But then that elbow there, it's not intentional because Hessen's so much bigger than Wright. When he turns around, his elbow is naturally at throat height. If you ask Miles Henson, he would say that Tom Wright's throat got in the way of my elbow.
Said like someone who's truly 6'10".
3-second call now on Anderson. And this is the question for England, okay? They're in control here. They're up by 4 points. They're up by 6 points with 3 minutes left. Can they close this out? They should not lose this game now. They've got fouls to give.
That's important from Kane Henry, and as you said, how he has stepped up today. Jackman, eyeballing Wagstaff, cuts inside and goes back out to Anderson. Calmly done. Anderson can't put it away that time. 2:20 left in the game.
I would double team Johnson. I don't want him going one-on-one. He gets the ball, anyone at 4. Force him to give it up. We've got the shot blockers, we can recover.
Hessen leading the score on 6. Johnson equal to that from an Australian point of view.
Anderson with the challenge now. Doesn't want to let Johnson get the ball easily, and he forces the turnover. Great defense from Jamal Anderson.
And again, he calms everyone down. Jackman, Anderson's free. Oh, now
it's got to be a blocking foul. So what Wagstaff did is, as the contact was made, he grabs a hold of Jackman, trying to get the charging foul, pulling him down to the floor. Watch. There, Wagstaff there, he brings him down. That's why it's a blocking foul. Had his feet set, but then Jackman was going to go over him. So now 2 free throws at 1 point. It's 9 fouls.
Australia are 1 foul away from giving up possession and 2 free throws every time they make a foul.
This is where you're going to see England learning the new format. Do you have that ruthless stretch? When they're saying calm down, they're not trying to say let's go on the clock. They're just saying let's get the shot that we want. But what they need to do now is they need to attack the basket. It's a psychological challenge here.
It's running the game.
Never been. Don't forget, Australia are used to winning the gold medal every single time at the Commonwealth Games.
In 5-on-5.
This is a new format, a new opportunity. And they throw it away, Australia.
Johnson's thrown the ball away. Hessen finds Jackman. Great communication between the England players. Jackman no way to the basket. Hessen rips down the ball. And England again deliberately run the play to take time away from Australia. Now the shot clock though draining.
Draw the foul.
Hessen does so. No travelling call.
Now the thing is, you like what Hessen's trying to do. Because their game is one-on-one, you can take 6 seconds off the clock before you attack the basket. No problem with that. But then you've got to go decisively. And Tom Wright using his quickness to get in front of Miles Hessen, forcing the turnover. And again, the same point made. England, this game should be no question who wins this game now. England have got to be able to show they can close this out, and that's how you do it with defense.
Has been talismanic this evening. Hessen does get fouled this time. Johnson doesn't like it.
Well, Hessen through the contact, and again Johnson tried to pull him in. Watch it. Hessen goes to the basket. Johnson gets in the front, but he's got the arms around him. The moment you put your hand on an offensive player with the ball in his hands, it's going to be a foul. And now Hessen 2 free throws and possession. And interesting that Australia haven't called any kind of timeout to talk it over. It's almost they're just trying to test the water with this England team. The only way they could match up again now would be in the final. So that's why now it's test to see what goes on. And also noticeable, you know, we asked the question about Greg Hart. How much court time has he had tonight, Dan? You tell me he's not injured.
No time tonight.
He's like the coach on the sideline.
And then, of course, the question comes, and again, this is pure speculation. We will try and have a chat to the Australians before the next match, as Henry puts it down to make it 17-10. I'll come back to that point later.
If I'm England, I want 21 points.
Absolutely, you make that
statement, exactly. They're going to win it now, but play for the win. Go get that 21. Don't run the clock down.
No one now will want to face Australia in a quarter-final if that is how this stays. But as you say, England go and put 21 points on them.
If ever there was a time to play for the 2-point shots, now's the time for it, because you've won the game. So now, once you've got them down, you want to step on them.
Johnson cuts inside Hessen, right outside to Wagstaff, who's in the corner, misses. Johnson takes a rebound and puts it in relatively. No one around him. And now Jackman.
Attack if you're England. Don't run the clock out. Attack. Make Australia know that you beat them. And this is all going to come back later on. That's not a foul. It's just the ball being knocked out of bounds. England going to have to inbounds and shoot. You haven't got time to catch it. They're going to check it up and just hurl it.
Shoot, yep.
See Tom He's stepping on the 3-point line.
Mike puts it down by his toes. Oh, that wasn't far away from OJ. Johnson, of course, he puts it down right-hand side down low. 17-12. 7 seconds stand between England and topping the group. Australia have played their part in a superb 3x3 battle on court here at the Smithfields. England have taken it and they go automatically into the semi-finals. That from England is massive because Australia, as Martin has said, have never lost a Commonwealth Games gold, albeit in 5-on-5. But this is a very good team indeed. Asia Cup winners of 2022, where they went undefeated. Greg Hyatt, no action from him this evening with that injury. For England, unbelievable.
That's a huge win, and you win. Micromanaging, telling them to go for 21. They got the victory. That's a massive thing for England. and for the fans. All the fans in this stadium in London have never seen 3x3 before, and to see England in front of the home crowd get that win is huge. They're going to want to come back for the semi-final when England next play Australia. They've got to get themselves sorted. Do they go with just 3 players getting the quarterfinals? Final score for England 17, Australia 12. What a performance.
Let's go, man.
Came out the gate with 8 points personal and 5 rebounds. Jackman 5 points personal and 5 rebounds. Let's have a look. 45% from inside, played 56% as Dan Johnson. With 8 points personal, ran the show for Australia. From outside, neither team shooting particularly well, hitting just 2 from the 16 put up. But look at the rebounding, Martin.
12
against Dan
offensive
Johnson.
boards, 12 offensive rebounds for England. That means they got the volume of shots.
And it means top of the pile, England. Second, Australia go into the quarterfinals. That's it in Pool B in the men's basketball.